we're live. Thanks, guys.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, world. So nice to see you. I can't see you. I can see your chat if you decide to chat at us, because that will be up while we are doing this, hypothetically. Making sure. So, are we live? We're good?
Mm,
We're
We're
I
on, but
see it.
We're good.
Josh and Tony, your like videos are not. Oh wait,
I
is
think
that
they
the wrong
just weren't
thing?
moving
Yeah,
because I think everything was good.
I'm
We're
on
good.
Twitch and I don't see anything.
Oh, I was on
Oh,
last week. Sorry, y'all.
I can see it.
Corey's watching
I
too.
mean, Tony
There
did
we
an
go.
impeccable job of the overlay. It looks really like shit.
Really,
Okay,
dude? Alright, I'll fix it as we go along. It's fine.
It's there's nothing on it. It doesn't even say
we're
any deductions
we're getting
anywhere.
better in. It's true.
Listen.
All right, we're getting better and better at this every week. I have different people hosting the stream every week.
One
But hopefully
step
by
forward, two steps
Monday,
back.
we'll have some new hardware and it'll be seamless. Absolutely seamless.
How the fuck?
Corey, thanks for letting us know you can see us all. Yeah, so welcome to Out of the Light. This is our uh, fourth session of Out of the Light, second session with this group. So what we're doing here is we have two separate D&D groups together in one campaign. I don't know what you're laughing at. There's nothing funny happening.
Kayla's face tells stories.
What? My face?
Just the face you made when it like lagged for a second. It stopped and Kayla went like, oh no.
Well, it's because I could hear him twice, so I can tell when it lags. I was like, he said that. Why isn't he saying that? Sorry.
Technology, ladies and gentlemen.
It's so good. I love it. Thanks for watching. This has been pretty awesome so far. I'm loving it. I hope everyone else is loving it a fraction of what I am. But we can just get into playing some Dungeons and Dragons. I think. What do you think, you all?
Do it.
Cool.
I didn't do my
Let's get
vocal
it.
warm-ups.
Vocal warm-ups.
I'm going to
So
remove
yeah.
my geometry note.
Yeah, we don't the geometry. I told Kayla her notes for this session better be as good as her beautiful geometry notes were today.
They are.
Okay. Who wants to recap for me, y'all?
Oh no.
Oh, I almost as a joke turned off my video, but I don't want to fuck up the overlay. Oh,
No,
see
that would totally
that
mess up.
picture.
I mean, I'll
Oh,
do
there
it,
we
but
go. I
if
was gonna say it's on Matt's face.
Listen, I'm gonna fuck with it. Might
yeah,
as well.
I do love having someone else do the. Okay. Yeah. So last time, we met this crew of Viking-like raiders on a longship. They're there out um, just off the southeastern shore of the continent, hoping to catch a ship unawares in the fog. They did, in fact, find a great ship, a big, juicy ship for the plundering. Except that ship had something going on deck. There were some undead audio. Is it good?
No, I said Claudio.
Claudio, which some of my players may recognize from other campaigns. Um, it's a historic moment in the world. Um, and then uh, even in the midst of that, there was some other strange attack where while the two ships were battling and the humans on the other ship were fighting the undead as well, great tentacle-like waves came up out of the ocean, started tearing apart both ships. After the destruction of the ships sitting upon some driftwood, these four here came in contact with another strange being, extremely large frog-like creature, pretty well dressed.
Not Wave's father.
Not my dad.
Probably not Wave's dad.
We don't know that.
It's why I
Do
don't
we?
know.
It's very true.
I'm just saying, we really don't know.
He never actually responded yay or nay.
Was
to
there
my
a test
query.
done? No.
Call Murray.
Just
Bring in
saying.
Mordecai.
There are a lot of fish genies in the world. So
Is there?
Um, so with that, he tasked you, and you accepted, being in the middle of the water with not too much else to do, to find the middling altar, pointed in a direction that you're not sure which direction it was, and sent you across the sea, flying at incredible speeds. Where we ended, there was a crash. You all went flying, and let's start it off right, y'all. Everyone give me a dex save.
oh, I'm kind of good at these.
I love that sound.
Watching. Everyone did make level 2 for this session as well.
Except me.
Who am I waiting
no.
for?
Nobody?
Oh, no, that was Wave at the top. I see. Okay. All right. So, who is that? Hondo, the captain, goes flying off of this and eats a face full of dirt. He's going to take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as he goes flying, smacks to the ground, and keeps rolling off and off and on. End over end.
Did you say that was Hondo that took that damage?
That was Hondo.
I have a question.
5
Are
there.
you dead?
No. I have a question though, because when my sheet leveled me up, it put me in max health again. Would I be at my health I was at before, plus what I get for level 2?
Yeah. You wouldn't have been at full.
All right, so I know what I was at. So okay. Good.
And then Jade, the Tabaxi quick reflexes Jade, and Bink, the crafty little gnome, manage to scramble as they fall a little, rolling over and only taking half damage at that. So you're going to take just 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jesus H.
I would have been unconscious if we hadn't leveled up.
Yeah, that would have killed me.
Wait a minute. My total hit points on my sheet.
Yeah, that's what Mike just said. When you go up to level 2, it gives you full hit points. You have to go back to what you had before.
So, like, I calculated that I had lost 8 previously.
Yeah, I had 3.
Yeah. So if you were down X hit, I mean, if you remember.
I'm trying. I think I pass out.
You might. If I didn't save, I would have.
Wait a minute. How am I?
Yeah, and Wave actually, on the other hand, with a 23 there, you go flying, and you actually go so high. You looking out, seeing your other shipmates spilling out onto this sandy beach, you are able to do a 3-point land on top on the sand, and you're going to take no damage with that.
Yeah, I pass out.
Okay. Yeah, as you look around, get up, coughing and dusting yourself off a bit, you all look over to realize that Bink is unconscious, face down in the sand. Otherwise, as you look around, well, let's see what you guys are doing.
I'm going to lay on hands on Bink and give him 3 hit points.
Sure, yeah, you run over, and the warm glow on your hands after seeing your friend not moving, you pump in just that little bit of energy to allow him to just pull his face from the sand and start to cough and get up.
I'm going to go over to the cap and grab a little bit of water, splash some water on his face, and cast Cure Wounds at level 1.
Okay.
4 points cap.
Oh, Wave, that is why you are my favorite.
And
Thank you.
just check and see. Are you okay?
I
Everyone okay?
I, uh,
I have all my fingers and toes.
I don't know. Uh, I, I can't really see. I got sand in my eyes.
Use
Uh,
the shape water cantrip. Grab some water and just throw it. Make it flow directly into Bink's face. Here, wash your fucking face.
ugh, ugh, ugh.
You could do that back to him.
Can I cast Cure Wounds on myself?
Hmm
Okay, I'm gonna do that too. Using a slot.
You
Using a
touch
slot.
yourself.
How do I roll that on here?
Is
On
it on your attacks and spell casting?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Like in the middle of your character sheet where it says like there's a little box below your hit points that says attacks and spell casting. Is cure wounds there? Because if so, you can just click on it.
No, it's not.
Did you upgrade your character sheet on Roll20?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were using a paper. Okay.
I
If
didn't
not,
put
then
spells
just go.
in, otherwise I'd have to
Always go-
put them all in individually, wouldn't I?
Is
Yeah.
it? No, the character mancer will.
What? This may be something we have to figure out later. Sorry.
Yeah, you can always do /roll and then put the dice that you want, like /type roll, and then you can type in.
Yeah. 1d8 plus charisma for a paladin.
Yeah.
Tony,
So
chat wants to know who
1d8 plus
Sharpied in your
5.
beard.
All right, so I gained 9.
That's-
There
I
you go.
did. I used that the little paint they use on the beard to make it, full.
Uh, all right. Yeah, sitting there on the beach, healing each other, taking inventory. If anyone wants to take a look around, someone can give me a perception check.
What? No, my
Ooh.
charisma's not 20.
Then you shouldn't have 5.
It says my attack modifier's 5.
Yeah, because that's
Your spell casting modifier should be whatever your charisma modifier is.
Plus proficiency, so mine's the proficiency. It's probably 3.
Oh, I don't know. It says that my attack modifier's +5, but my charisma's +3.
yep, because your attack modifier uses your
Strength.
Proficiency.
no.
It
Wait,
uses
charisma.
proficiency. And your spell casting does
Oh,
not.
so I'm supposed to be using +3.
Right.
Okay, so I'll just knock 3 off of that.
I will take a look around and see what I see. At a 11.
Okay. Yeah. So as everyone else is healing and getting healed and trying to get some of the sand off of themselves using the cantrip to get sand out of eyes. No one's eating mayonnaise, Corey. Thank you for that though. This is going to be a mayonnaise-less stream.
No mayonnaise free.
If I can handle it. Yeah, Wave kind of stops and blinks and takes a look around. You can't see too much. You are on a fairly long stretch of sandy beach. As you look behind you, there is ocean as far as you can see, no markings that way, and you can't see too far into the land because as you look, the sand of the beach rather quickly turns into a thick, dense jungle.
Oh, Bink, where are we?
I don't think I could go in there. I
Not what I asked you. I said, where are we? You're supposed to know these things.
I think if oh, I
You
think
just
we're
got sand in
going
your mouth.
I think we're going north. So we should be going that way.
That's not what I asked you. I said, where are we?
Oh, it's a jungle.
No, thank you. Thank you very much for your helpful insight, Bink.
Would I know where we are?
Um,
Specifically, like the name of it or an idea maybe.
Sure. Yeah, you can roll a. What would this be? Probably nature
Nature.
check. I could be persuaded to call it a history check.
Let's go with history. How about that? I
Yeah, I
read
mean, I can.
a book. I once read a book about this specific place.
Yeah, geography. I mean, there's not really a geography. You could be survival, but I mean, not really.
Hey, let's
History
go.
7. Okay. Um, so you know that where this battle happened, uh, there was land fairly close by, right?
Okay.
You were fairly close to the shore. And it was definitely not this. That's like rocky, maybe a little bit of grass, a lot of hills. So you were nowhere close to a jungle.
So no name, nothing.
Um, you also know that if you were blown straight north, it would have continued along that like rocky, hilly region
Yeah.
until you went really far north and hit the crystal spire of the elves. Um,
But we didn't do that.
well, again, you don't know which way you went.
Yeah.
So that means one of a few different things. It means either um, you went past and just in a direction so inconceivably far for that small amount of time you were traveling that you can't even imagine it, or possibly you are on um, another small island that you're not terribly familiar with, somewhere in that general geographical location.
Okay. All right. I really I'm not sure exactly where we are, but I think we might be somewhere close to an island I read about once with um elves or something.
I was going to say, how do you know you have your eyes closed?
I can't well I can barely breathe. You see
Wait,
this my eyes they itch.
Uh, I will say you guys are not in the fog any longer. That really thick fog that was hanging, it's not. Things are rather clear at this point. And the sun is not. It's not. It hasn't set, but it's on its downward trajectory for the day.
oh, well, I say we go walk through the woods. We'll find something very fun to do.
Oh, that dirty ship. Uh
Yeah,
Would you like
it was destroyed, so don't worry about it.
would you like me to scout ahead, Cap?
Ah,
we should probably
sure.
go together. There's probably these animals over here that could kill us
Eh,
all.
Well,
there's no animals in the jungles.
I've traveled with you many times before, Bink, and with your damn allergies and sneezing to holy hell, you're gonna call every single wild fucking animal around here to come eat us raw.
It's
I
not
can
my
sneak through the
fault.
forest much better than you can. I told you, throw some water up those sinuses and get it under damn control.
I don't know. I've been this way forever.
Yeah, it's a good thing you're good at what you do. I mean, because I would have kicked you out a long time ago.
Fine, whatever.
It was a compliment. Don't take it like that. Come on, we'll go together. It'll be fun. It's an adventure for all of us again. Are you ready, Zircon? I mean, Jade. Come on, yes, let's all go together.
Let's go.
I'm gonna adjust my goggles and kind of put them on to help, hopefully help.
You guys are heading into the jungle.
Yes.
Are there any like tall trees in the area, like trees that kind of go maybe
Uh,
above the general tree line?
Um, the general tree line is actually pretty tall here and very thick. You can certainly climb up and kind of get a better look. But kind of where you are now, like looking at the angle, there's nothing like way higher than the other. The tops are kind of like a big mass of these long um, palm-like leaves, and
Okay.
it just kind of like makes this big like cloudy mound above.
no big anything that looks like enough weight to like support me if I were to climb up and like try and peek above the canopy line.
Yeah, roll a nature check for me. We'll check that out.
That is also an 11.
Okay. Um, so as you're looking around, there are definitely some that you think could hold your weight. It actually seems like they're rather strong, thick trees. You're just not sure, even when you get up there, how much you're going to be able to see.
Okay.
The canopy looks extremely dense here, but there's only one way to find out. You know.
What say you, Cap? I can climb up the trees, or I can just scout ahead and see what's in the forest. It's up to you.
Yeah, let's go together.
Aye, aye, sir.
Let's go. Bink, you
Yep.
first.
Okay. I'm gonna try moving, but my my robe is, or like my clothes are very wet, so they're super heavy, and it's really difficult. I'm like stumbling through to try and move, but it's so wet that, and I'm not very strong. I fall
Yeah.
I fall on something, and I'm gonna yell out, ah! I keep falling. I can't go. Can one of you carry me, please?
I use the. I just kind of point to him and say, "For fuck's sake!" I kind of point my hand at him and I push my arm away from him and I use shape water to command all of the water in his clothes to flow out of his clothes back into the ocean.
Oh,
See? You are dry.
thank you so much.
Let's go.
I
And I'll
can
walk in front of him
finally
and just go.
move.
Come on, Lee. Follow the captain.
All right. Yeah. So our marching order: we have Hondo in the front.
I
What's
would
the
be
Sounds-
rest?
behind him.
Find the altar
Maybe move
of
right
middling.
behind Hondo.
I'll
What
go
about
in the rear.
my other two? Okay. And so I have Bink and
Of,
Jade.
of course, Bink is right behind me. Of course he is.
Yes.
Well, I'm behind him so I can give him like swift kick in the rear end every so often.
As we're walking, I'm like, look at
There you
these
go.
things. This is so interesting. You think I could stop for a second and examine them?
No.
No, do you hear singing?
Singing.
Yes.
I. Oh yeah. We
No,
probably.
there's no singing. That's why we're not stopping. We're going to keep going.
They're singing.
No, that's
Oh
what I
no.
said. Oh, if I did not know you for as long as I've known you.
Shake out my ears.
Okay. Yeah. So you all continue walking. Um, why don't I get a perception from Hondo as you're walking and you're keeping an eye out?
Oh, look at the
Yeah.
trees.
So beautiful.
Hondo is extremely interested in the trees. It's kind of like a big tropical location, right? You've heard of these kind of places. I think you haven't visited too many like tropical type vacation spots. Most of your boating time is spent raiding and pillaging small fishing villages and boats and
Loot
that
and
sort of
pillage.
thing. Um,
There are vacation destinations in Gujar.
so, I mean, Gujar is a vacation destination for many.
Ah.
Lot of rich merchant families.
But not so much this tropical kind of location. So I think seeing this for the first time, Hondo, you are just like smitten to be like, ooh, maybe I can like sit down and put my feet up while I'm here. Um, and you're just kind of taking in the sights. There are plenty of exotic plants here, flowers of different shapes and colors, vibrant ones that you've never seen. You see birds fly by of all different shades on them. There are bugs flying by, and while you know they're a bit annoying as they're around you, and you do have to smack a few off of you as you go, they are rather beautiful. Some of them almost, you know, these beetles that almost look like they're like a gem, like a color shifting gem above them. And you are also pushing your way through rather thick jungle. It's not like you have a path to walk on. You're trying to find the path of least resistance.
Use my axe.
All of that to say, you don't notice too much shit going on there. H Dizzle.
Hey, this jungle's very nice. No, no one else thinks so.
I can't even.
Hello, am I alone?
I think it's hot as hell, sir. But
Oh,
yes,
yeah, it's beautiful.
You won't
be
let me
careful.
stop.
Don't touch those bugs. Those are poisonous ones.
With the blue ones or the green ones?
The blue ones.
Okay, I pick up a green one. This is amazing.
How do I
I wonder how.
know if it's beautiful if I can't stop and examine what's on the island?
Here, examine it. I pass it back to him. Examine it while we walk. Maybe it's rare and we can sell it for a profit in Kujar.
Ah, it bit me in the nose. Ah, it's so nice.
While he's slowing down, obviously, from being bitten in the nose, I'm going to give him a boot in the behind
Ah,
to make him catch up.
please, Jade. I'm very sensitive bottom.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. You better keep up then.
It must be all those nights from you. I told you not to drink that seawater. It'd give you the shits.
It might be the dysentery or the scurvy.
Yes, we need more oranges on boat next time.
Whatever.
You're supposed to be in charge of that type of stuff.
Maybe you
What?
wouldn't be so
You're the
congested
smart one.
with vitamin C.
That was
Yeah.
my job?
Well, you're the smart one. You're supposed to, I mean, figure
Oh.
things out with smart things.
I'm gonna look at Wave and Wave, I think that was your job.
Oh, don't.
That's not right. You messed that up.
My job is to look out and to see when things are coming to attack us. I
You
do that
really
quite.
messed that up. You should work on that. Your organization skills are quite bad.
Hey, I am the captain.
I'm gonna
What?
give him another kick in the butt.
Discipline
Ah,
is my job.
Do your
fine.
job.
Keep
I'm
moving, everybody.
Okay.
We
I'm
are
moving.
lost. Shit. Fuck. Maybe we'll find something soon.
Okay. So as you're going, using that wonderful 6 perception, you don't notice too much. You walk for a while. It's hard going. It's after not terribly long fighting, but still just being thrown across the seas by magical means. By the time the sun starts to set, which you can't see too well through the very thick canopy, but definitely the light is getting much more dim as you're moving. You are all rather exhausted from the day.
Shall we
You-
sit here?
Yeah, we should sleep in the trees. It's safer.
I
Only
can't
the
get up
jaguars can
there.
get up there.
I
We
can't get
will
up there.
we will make sure you get up there. I could leave you on the ground and you could,
Please
be the
don't leave me
bait.
on the ground.
Bink, how big are you?
Um,
Small.
I'm very tiny.
Okay. I'll
Yeah.
just grab Bink
Let me
and just
find out.
throw him onto my back and use my cat claws to climb that tree.
Oh my god, she's strong.
Yeah, okay, roll an athletics check.
Climb up behind them.
I rolled a 9.
Try to catch
I
if
do want
someone
to point
falls.
out that this is something that Kayla has actually done in
I've
real
actually
life
climbed a
as well.
tree with somebody on my
Um,
back.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
with a gnome. So a little difficult to do. You take the first, you get a little ways up. Bink's rather squirmy. He can't really help it, right? So it gets a little difficult. You also notice these trees being kind of like palm-like. it's a ways up before you see um, branches that would be able to support you. You'd have to like climb into the canopy, and even then, as you're getting up there, it's difficult to climb. It's particularly difficult to climb that high, and you're not sure if you're gonna be able to find place to sleep, even if you do manage to get up there. So I think with that, you like are able to get back down to the ground before you curse flat.
Oh, why are
Oh.
you back on the ground?
I don't think we're going to be able to sleep up there. It doesn't seem like there's very supportive branches, but there were some coconuts.
Ooh, what's those?
I'd like to look around for any like tracks of wild animals, any like proof of existence of things that might be predatory in nature, or kind of like to see if like we're safe sleeping on the ground.
Yeah, roll a survival check.
Um, let's see. And this is regarding animals, right? I have advantage on this. 16.
16. Good. Yeah, so you look around for a while Hondo and Jade are kind of like scouting out where might be a good place. Well, maybe if we go to this. Nah, you're right. That's kind of the same way. You're looking at the ground. You see a few different things. Um, you see a bit off to the distance. What you're almost positive is a poisonous snake, right? Not threatening you or anything, but you see it. It's there. They're around. Okay. Um, you notice um, all sorts of smaller animals, small mousy type rodents running around. Um, and then you notice one creature that's um, it looks almost rodent-like. It's really hard to tell what it once was because what you find is the mostly eaten carcass of this thing, kind of off to the side. And while the rodent creature that this was probably doesn't scare you too much, whatever tore this apart is probably, um, yeah, probably not the most fun thing to find. Although you can't tell too much, but definitely there are predators around. There are also other sorts of junglish dangers.
All right, Cap, we got a fucking problem.
Oh, you and your language. Okay. Um, what kind of problem?
Well, you see right over there, that once used to be some kind of animal. So there's definitely something in this jungle that's gonna rip it to shreds. We better be on our guard. Oh, and don't touch that fucking snake.
That snake is disgusting.
Oh, good. I thought you were going to go grab it. Good. So we sleep and we take watch. We rotate. All of you and I sleep.
I
Aha.
I suggest we build a fire too, because I mean we might not be able to find any dry wood around here, but whatever is going to be hunting us later on in the night, we might need something to scare it away.
Okay.
Okay.
Where is that wood? Oh, we already walked into a jungle. That wood that Bink was tripping over on the beach. We could have used that.
We could go back.
I'm sure there's probably some driftwood.
Yeah, there's trees around. We cut them down. I have used my axe. I got this.
Yeah, I will say it's fairly easy enough to find enough dried wood fallen over trees to light a fire. It's rained fairly recently, so it might smoke a little bit, but you guys have probably had to deal with worse than what you have to work with.
Yeah,
Do you
this
want me to
smoke
make
is
a
good.
fire for you, Captain?
Yes, this smoke is good. It keeps the bugs away.
I start wheezing as I'm trying to make the fire. I don't think I can do it. I pass out.
Breathe, Bink. Breathe. Jesus fucking Christ.
You know, it's been like 8 years I know him, and he has not changed. I mean, consistency is good, but I mean,
Cap, I would never be as presumptuous to tell you how to run your ship, but maybe the next time we go into port, you start looking for another navigator. Just saying.
yeah, well, he can do things that most others cannot do, and you know, we learned some of our skills in the same place, so
I just can't breathe.
there's yeah, there's that connection. I trust. Honestly, I trust him.
Get a wet cloth and hold it over your face. So
Not too
filter out the
tight.
smoke.
I
Not too
don't think
tight.
I could finish the fire though.
Oh my god. Do we? What? Without going too like weird meta-ish stuff, what's our equipment situation
Yeah.
like? Because like, say we pick stuff we start with, but we were just in a shipwreck.
I think the idea of like equipment for D&D is like what you can have like pretty much strapped onto your person and on you in battle situations and all of the others. So you have all of your equipment, including weapons, which probably upsets the Monday group. But what are you gonna do? Sorry, guys.
So I got like rope. I have rope.
Yep, you got some rope. You got
Okay. Look, I have matches or well a tinder
Big
and
tinder box.
Box.
yeah. We make
Matches. Don't
no
tell people about my inventions. We're supposed to sell them one day.
one day.
Yes.
We should have sold them and put. Oh, God damn
It's
it.
simple. You put the cloth, you soak it in the oils, you put it on a stick, and then you light it on fire.
But where does the fire come from?
It comes from another fire, obviously.
But what if you don't have another fire?
Then you're screwed.
Oh
But you
Jesus.
don't sell things like that.
No, but then why would we use it now?
Oh, we can't use it right. It's
Oh,
useless right now.
yeah, yeah. So we'll use the flint and tinder.
Maybe, yes.
Yeah, that's why I'm the captain. I have the good ideas. Uh, so I mean, did you wait? What were you doing this whole time when you were wheezing? Did you at least put together some wood?
There's a very, very tiny pile of wood. I can't carry much.
Wave, please. Could you please get some
Of
more
course,
wood?
Cap. Of course, you got it.
Thank you.
Although he can't organize things, he is great at gathering wood.
I would at this point I would just very very quickly take my longbow and arrow and shoot it 6 inches above Bink's head, intentionally like right over his head, and say, "I'm good at a lot of things."
yeah. Roll an attack. Roll an attack.
Natural one.
Because if you miss, you might hit. Oh yeah, man.
25.
Oh, and that's wow. That's not even a nat.
It's not even a
Okay,
crit.
beautiful. All right. Yeah, it's pretty badass.
And I just say, "Remember it," and then I walk away and go start getting some firewood.
Yeah.
Staying clear of poisonous snakes, of course.
The Amber.
Yeah.
No, sorry, Red. Jade. You,
Yeah.
I know you are fairly new, but you have any skills that could help us out around here? I don't. I'm not saying go
Very
get wood
good
because someone do it.
climbing.
Well, you didn't do so well with the climbing a little while ago.
Well, I did have a squirming gnome on my back.
That is true.
I could get us some coconuts and we could have some coconut milk.
Ooh, exotic. I like it.
Oh.
I will try to climb a tree by myself to acquire some
Yeah.
coconuts.
I think to myself,
I
I hope Bink is not allergic.
We will
Oh,
find
no.
out.
Oh no. I think yeah, without a squirming gnome on your back, you have no problem kind of clambering up this tree, grabbing some fruits, looking for the ones that have ripened the most, and bringing them back. As Wade is coming back, wood of a fire started. You have a nice little clearing that you found, a nice little somewhere where you feel as if there were danger coming, you'd have a fairly good chance of seeing it before it became terribly, terribly dangerous.
While I'm up in the tree, I'm gonna yell, "Oi, look out below!" And I'm gonna start dropping coconuts to the ground. Maybe one will hit Bink.
Ooh. I crack one open with my axe and drink all of the coconut juice myself. Milk.
Yeah, sweet. It's good, tasty.
Could I have some?
Well, crack open your own.
Here you go, Bink. I'm just gonna like huck it at him.
I'll try and I'll like when it hits the ground, I'll pick it up. I'll lay it down. I'll take out my little knife and I'll just go. I'll just keep stabbing it, hoping that it will open.
He's going to be there all night.
Knowing eventually it actually will open, but it's gonna take me a long time.
Yeah, and eventually you get yourself a nice little hole where you can drink right from the coconut.
Does Bink go into anaphylaxis?
I am not allergic to coconuts.
Oh,
Roll an anaphylaxis.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
All right, let's do it. See what happens. If it's bad.
good.
Oh my god, it's a one.
All right.
It's a one.
So, I I start drinking, and all of a sudden I'm like, I think my throat is a little itchy. Oh no, not again, not again, and I'll fall over, and I'm like,
Do any of us have an epi?
You were saying,
This is
Cap?
why I don't. This is why I don't prep anything, guys. You create your own conflict.
Because I'm killing Bink with a coconut?
Yeah, he will be okay.
This is. I'm gonna be like this for the next few hours.
Okay, we skip him for the watch, so I guess I will have to help out. But yeah, fine. All
I
right.
can't sleep, so.
This was
I'm
it.
gonna jump down with 2 coconuts left and use my dagger to kind of like crack them both in half so that Wave can have one when he gets back.
I will just move him a little closer to the fire so he doesn't freeze tonight while he's having his little breathing issues. And
Captain, your touch is so nice.
I will literally chop off your feet.
Don't worry, I can make him a breathing tube if I need to. I have many skills.
You're a nice
Oh,
man.
wonderful. You could do the thing. Have you ever seen the people who have stuff stuck in their throat or they have issues breathing? They make their own breathing tube in their throat.
Don't
You
do
could do that
that
with your
to me.
claws.
Exactly.
Don't
Yes.
you do that to me. I'll be fine.
We'll see if you wake up in the morning. If not, it's one less person. I mean, we can only go as fast as the slowest, and you are the slowest.
So
Okay.
I guess that
Having managed to.
I guess we should establish watches and hope that we can all sleep through Bink's wheezing.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Having managed to make a fire and eat some coconuts. Yeah, who wants first watch tonight, y'all?
I mean, I can take it. And
Sure.
the captain can go to sleep, so he gets a nice long rest before
Oh, yes.
his watch.
I'm up early anyway, so I will take the last one.
Okay. Why don't you give me a perception check, Jade?
Thanks, Roll20.
Mm-hmm.
It is a 6.
There it is.
Actually, you know what else?
What's the command for a secret role? Is it GM Whisper?
If you just do
Slash
like
GMR.
GM.
oh, that's a GM. That's a roll. If you just do /W, it'll pull up a little list of all of the people, or like start typing like /W space J, and it'll pull up Jade so you can whisper just her.
So what it's backslash DM roll.
/W space.
Wait, you were trying to roll or trying to say words?
No, I'm trying to just roll
It's just
for me.
Oh, a
Just-
roll is
GMR.
/GMR.
Space 1d20.
I wonder if I did. Probably
Are you talking to
Oh,
us?
there we go.
Bink,
Okay.
you're talking out loud.
Um, so as the sun is set, your companions go to sleep, but with a fire there in front of you and plenty of wood to keep it going for much of the night. There are lots of sounds in the forest, right? Sounds of animals, bugs, nighttime creatures. You're fairly sure you see bats flying around, but they stay fairly high and away from you.
Wheezing.
You some wheezing going on. Uh, you stay pretty alert, right? And a couple times you actually jump, thinking something is coming near to see that it's actually only a like a small rodent-y mammal of some kind that kind of scurries pretty quickly. Um, you spend much of the time rather on edge, not knowing where you are, not knowing what's around, but your watch comes to an end without any seeming problems and no death or dismemberment.
Wonderful. I'll go over and tap Wave on the shoulder and tell him that he's up.
Okay, kind of wake up. Fuck already. All right. I'm up.
I'm going to
All
sleep.
right, Wave, give me a perception check.
23.
All right. Yeah, much better.
I'm the lookout for a reason.
You're kind of given the lowdown by Jade a bit, and you're awake and looking around. Same thing. There's a din of noise throughout this jungle, and every once in a while something louder comes in. You can tell that this island must be full of animals, creatures that you are unfamiliar with, hearing different calls coming throughout the night. Some are seemingly what must be like a bird call or something, but they're so loud and off to the side. Others are kind of cooing noises that you hear. There's a lot of movement around you. Um, and you kind of just like calm yourself and let yourself take it all in and keep a lookout. A couple times getting up, moving around the perimeter, making sure nothing's around. You keep throwing wood onto the fire to keep it alight, uh, and your watch goes by. Nothing, nothing too terribly disturbing, and yeah, you are good to go,
Awesome.
safely.
When I go wake up the cap before I go back to sleep, I'm wondering if it's possible to go just kind of slightly out of the fire range and set up any small snare traps. To maybe like trap some of these smaller rodent creatures that I might have seen. See if I have any luck in the morning. See if we have some meat for breakfast.
Yeah, roll a survival to see kind of like how well you're setting it up. It's dark, it's
Yeah.
late.
A 1.
Yeah, so you set it up. Not so sure on how well it's gonna catch something throughout the night, but you're like, why not? We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm going to step on that.
Okay.
And then I go wake up the cap.
Bah! Oh, it's my turn already. Oh, God damn
You're
it.
up, Cap.
All
Don't
right.
don't go over that way. And I point towards. I set up some traps for some rodents, some little simple snare traps. Don't go over there.
Okay, I will be the other way. Would you like my perception check?
Oh yes, I will. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were asking me. I didn't realize that word was perception. Okay.
My perception check.
Perception.
Ho ho ho.
Okay. Yeah. So as you
Drink rum from my flask.
you drink a little bit of the leftover rum you have in your captain's flask.
I always have rum in my flask.
Looking around and keeping your eyes out throughout the night. It's loud, and again, you're kind of listening to the sounds of the jungle. You're a little bit more enamored with it than your other companions, though, right? You're like, yes, this is my tropical vacation time. But still, that captain that's keeping an eye out. And
I crack open another coconut,
to live.
add some rum, and drink coconut rum.
Sure. And as you roll a d4 for me.
Two.
Okay. So as you are looking around, you notice something. There's definitely something within the camp. And you notice it because it's rustling around under some leaves that are right by Jade.
Great.
But she is asleep. And as you're looking, you're pretty sure it's close to her, right? So much so that you're worried that like just yelling to her or something might startle this creature into attacking. You can't really tell what it is. It's under like a pile of dried leaves and the sticks that you're using to throw into the fire.
I want to sneak over, like make a flanking maneuver around the camp to get a better look to find out what it is.
Sure. Make a
But
stealth check.
I can't really see for shit because I am human.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, roll stealth for me.
To get real close to it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So good. So good.
Bye, Jade.
You go. You
It'll just be a
stand
little. It'll
up.
be a
Have
little.
I haven't benefited from a long rest yet, huh?
No, nope.
Goody.
You stand up and you kind of skirt around, and you're like, I can't see what it is. I need to get a little bit closer. And as you're stepping closer, you don't step on the trap because you're still within the camp, but you step on not a twig, a pile of twigs, all of which just snap under your foot and certainly do make that creature that is by Jade jump and bite at her.
Oh, wake up, everybody!
Does that noise wake us
Hold
all
on,
up?
wait.
Oh no!
Well, let's see. because I'm going to give him advantage because you're laying down and sleeping. So that's going to be a 17 to hit, Jade.
Yes.
Okay. You take 1 point of piercing damage as you are bitten by a weasel.
1 point?
1 point, yeah. As this little furry creature just and like looks at you and gives you that like rodent-y snare as it then starts trying to bolt off back into the forest.
I'm gonna take a swipe at it with my claws.
Yeah, go for it. Roll to attack.
My claw attack. Oh wait, what? How do I do this on here?
Do you have your claw attack under attacks and spellcasting?
Tabaxis aren't in roll 20, so
Yeah,
Oh. So is it just a strength plus proficiency then?
it's 1d4 plus 2 damage and plus 4 to hit.
So it's your strength plus 4.
Strength plus 4. So wait, what?
So it's a d20 plus
Okay.
your strength modifier. Oh no, it would just be plus 4. It's just a d20 plus 4.
Hold on, sorry guys. I'm getting used to the technology. The hell?
What everyone's been saying for months now.
So yeah, if you go over on the left-hand side to the little die icon, you could just go hit a roll a d20, and you can just add 4, or you could do that too.
Did I do a thing?
Yep,
perfect.
you did.
Did I hit it?
That's an 11 to hit a weasel. That does not. This weasel is rather quick. So as you wake up
Super
and
weasel.
turn and whoosh, your claws stick into the ground, it just scatters out and goes flying through the underbrush and back away from the clearing.
Oh, what the hell?
It was a weasel. I named it Sprinkle. I think it had a very bad previous life.
Clearly.
Careful there, Cap.
I'm sleeping still, wheezing away.
You slept through this?
Yeah, I don't know if we slept through this or not.
I just wish I could breathe.
That's my dream. Saying that in my dream.
Yeah.
You know, the best one was when he was talking in his sleep. That one time, it was maybe like 2 years ago. He was telling this very weird dream about uh, grabbing. I don't know what he even was because it was like things I never heard of. It was like trying to grab these things, but he couldn't because it was very slippery. And then he was trying to invent something, and then he spilled oil over himself and set himself on fire.
That sounds like something he'd really do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did the stop, drop, and roll and everything right off his cot. Rolled right around the ship. I'm like, what the hell is going on? What the- Some things don't change. All right, go back to sleep. I continue watch. You get rest, and we move on in the morning.
Okay,
Aye, Cap.
I go back to sleep.
Okay. As Jade rolls over to go to sleep, Hondo kind of walks through, um, back over to the camp, careful not to crush the rest of the firewood that they had gathered. And at that point, the actual threat, the panther that he did not see, is going to pounce on him from the brush. So let's go ahead and roll for that at advantage because you don't see it. That's going to be d20.
Ooh, cat fight.
So let me roll that twice. That's going to be a 15 to hit.
No.
Does not, right? Okay, yeah. So as you're walking back like a fucking weasel, this big creature, right? At least 6 feet long, comes and hits you with this big paw as it like continues moving past you and scrapes across you. Luckily for your watch, you put on your armor, I guess. And it rakes across the armor as it then lands and turns to face you. That's going to be its only surprise. Everyone can roll initiative for me.
Oh, it's a big cat.
I'm a big cat.
Not you.
Josh, what's your dex mod?
+3.
Okay, you're gonna go first. So
Alright.
this is what happened. You are still. I assume you're awake.
Yeah.
You were awake from the weasel incident already. So you kind of roll over to see this huge thing attack your captain. Go for it. Yeah, it's your turn.
Shoot first, ask questions later. Just pull out the bow and start lobbing arrows at it. But
All right,
bonus
right from
action.
the ground, or you're gonna get up.
Bonus action first. I'm gonna cast
Okay.
Hunter's Mark
Okay.
on the panther, and yes, then I would stand up, and then I will try and attack the panther, which is a 25.
Yeah, definitely gonna hit. Yeah, roll for damage on that.
All right, that's 11 plus another. It's 17 points of damage.
Yeah, you take it down.
Wait, what?
Yeah, explain
17
how you
points.
kill it, because that does it in one hit.
Just
Damn.
my
Level
years
2,
of
baby, big boys.
my years of hunting beasts all
There's
up and down
Marco
the
P.
coast has told me where to hit a panther, and it's just an arrow right in between its eyes. Just
Yeah. And it does, because as it lands and turns and sneers at the captain, it goes up again and crumples onto the ground. Just like on a one like last moan as its final breath escapes it. And I think everyone is awake now in the camp and looking over just at a rather impressive kill by Wave.
Cap, I
It'll
told
make.
you there are beasts out here that will eat you. Be careful.
Yeah, he didn't
We-
hurt me though.
We don't know what we'd do without you.
You'll be fine. I teach you well. But look, brand new coat. I'm going to skin
the
the rest
panther.
of the rest of my watch. I will spend skinning the panther.
Sure. Yep. You
If-
just spend the rest of the time cleaning, skinning the panther.
If I were to stay up at this point instead of going back to sleep, would that negate the long watch or the long
Yes.
rest? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sleep.
Yeah.
If the cap wants me to go back to sleep, I will. Cap, do you want me to stay up and help you keep watch?
No, go to sleep. I got this.
Okay.
See, we killed the big Mama Jamma around here. He looks like the big boss. Nothing else will come get us.
Yeah,
I-
we
I
sure
am the big
did.
boss now. I am king of the jungle.
Okay.
Hunter's
At
Mark
that
for the
point,
win.
I do want to point out that in that encounter, the weasel did more damage than the panther. Just saying. Yeah, but at that, the rest of your watch goes fine. The sun begins to raise in the sky, and the panther pelt can go right there in your inventory, Hondo. As you all get the full benefits of a full rest, because why would a panther battle take long enough for you guys to not sleep well through the night?
It took like 6 whole seconds.
Less.
Yeah.
I think I've ever seen anybody kill anything quite that quickly.
As the
Yeah, if it were
sun-
anything other than a beast, it might be a little different, but that's what I do.
As the sun comes up and it shines over my beautiful gnome face, I will slowly wake up for the first time and look around, and
12 hours.
that was great rest.
That was good. Is it time for
Yeah.
us to go yet?
Yeah, good morning. We have breakfast, panther meat.
Where'd you get that from?
You killed it in your sleep. Yeah, I told you.
No,
You go kill you become a crazy killer in your sleep.
that's no good.
No, it's no good.
That's bad.
Yes, that's what no good
I
means.
don't want to kill things, although
Well,
I
you
do
did.
want to eat that meat.
Yeah, good. Restart the fire.
I can't do that. I'm just not, you know.
You can do the magic to start the fire.
No,
I taught you to learn these things.
you did not.
Don't you be. I
No,
did.
you
Oh, maybe
did
I. No, no,
not.
no. No. I did not tell you to learn these things because I am too afraid that you set the boat on fire while we're out in the open ocean. So, yes, you're right. I did not.
I don't have
Smart move.
anything.
Okay, I start the fire. And we eat.
Um. All right. Yeah, you
I'm
guys
gonna,
have.
I'm gonna go forage a little bit for some berries and stuff because I'm not a cannibal. So I'm not gonna eat a cat.
It's a different type of
Uh,
thing.
I
I
think
get it.
that would disturb me.
Jade, where are you going? Why
Okay.
don't you want any of this meat?
Opal, I mean Jed.
That's wrong. That opal's not green.
What?
You guys can feel free to eat that. I'm gonna go look for something else. It's nothing personal, just my preference.
It tastes
Okay.
delicious.
Let me go check my traps and see if I caught any rodents for you.
Ooh, my favorite.
I wonder if jade tastes like
Yeah.
this.
Too far. Someone's always got to take it too far.
What? Just in case we starve.
I'm gonna go up behind uh Bink and just like one claw, like give him a little like on the back of the neck.
I'm not saying we're gonna do it. I'm just saying that if worse comes to worse,
I'm just saying if it's between you and me.
we gotta kill you. It's just the way it is. But I wouldn't do that. I'm not saying that we would.
In your sleep, you might.
I'll kill you in your sleep first.
I was.
No.
I'm not even threatening her. What is her problem?
I'm just gonna slink off to go find something to eat now.
Fine, we'll eat wave then. I don't care.
Okay.
As
Yeah.
long as
What?
they're to me.
Oh, we can eat him raw. It's like sushi.
uh.
Only if we had some
All right,
spicy lizard mayo.
just
It all comes back to the mayonnaise.
just because I can't do this any longer, Jade, you find berries that aren't poisonous. It's fine. You don't die. You won't eat. It's fine. It's fine.
Did I catch any weasels in my awful traps?
No, I rolled the nat 1 to see what was
Oh.
in there.
All right.
So the trap's actually broken.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Let's
Somebody stepped on my.
explore. Let's do something.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
moving on. We need to figure out where the hell we are.
This. It's
Okay.
nice to be off the boat.
No, it's not. The boat is destroyed. That's how we made our livelihood. This is bad.
Okay. Same marching orders yesterday.
No. Ah, Wave, lead the way.
Aye,
trust
Cap.
you.
All right. Wave, give me a perception as you're in the front then.
16.
Cool. All right. As you're going, you're able to make a bit more headway here. Wave has done good amount of hunting, and though this isn't the terrain he's mostly used to, right? He is able to kind of pick out a decent path to move you along through this jungle. Um,
Every
as
so often,
you,
oh sorry. Um,
yeah,
every so
no, no,
often,
no, go.
I'm gonna use my really long tail to like tap Bink on the shoulder and then swipe it back, like to mess with him.
like a
Yeah. But with my tail.
You think I'm gonna fall for something like that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Please. It's like I'm back in school. The little kids, they used to bug me.
what, like
Like
300
what?
years ago?
They didn't like me back then. I still couldn't breathe, and they made fun of me.
You can't breathe now.
I know, I've been trying. It just won't work.
I'm gonna
It's
use
a
my tail to
shame.
tap him on the other shoulder.
There's always stuff biting my shoulders.
Hey, you still have that green bug I gave you?
No, I threw that away.
Never mind then.
He needed to go eat, see his wife, his kids.
Did you talk to the bug?
No,
So
I
how do you know it?
researched him.
How did you know it was married?
I don't.
So why are you giving traits of us humanoid things to the bugs?
Because it's fun and funny.
Oh,
This is
goodness.
how I do things.
I know.
Bink enjoys
I just,
characterization.
sometimes I forget you like to do these things, and I just hope when I wake up in the morning it'll be over, but then it just goes on and on and on.
What am I supposed to do? This is me.
Yeah, I know.
I'm very old. I'm not gonna change now.
Here's hoping.
You can't get rid of me because you can't do anything without me. So
Ah,
maybe I should be the. No, no, no. Never
don't
mind.
you finish that sentence.
Let us let us go, please.
Yes. Keep moving.
Yes, before you
About to
say
get
something
dark in here.
heinous.
I love you,
Mhm.
Captain.
I'm watching you.
Please. You're making me feel weird.
Just kind of look over to Jade. No, he wouldn't stand a chance.
Not a chance in hell.
Y'all make your way through the jungle, marching along, and you move through much of the day. Keeping a look at, we'll keep you that perception check. You do see other tracks of what could be large beasts. They don't quite seem to be the same tracks the panther would have made, but still probably not something you want to mess with too much. And you're able to kind of veer your way through this and around it as you move deeper and deeper in. After a while, it's actually rather difficult to go. Right, you guys need to find like sticks on the ground to kind of like move things out of your way, and it's definitely difficult terrain at this point, right? As you move through a thick underbrush with plenty of light, although the sun itself does not penetrate through the thick canopy. The trees also start to change here. They become a lot more varied. There are definitely trees with like many branches moving up that you could move further up, and they're getting taller and higher as well. So as you're going, you're not only just keeping a lookout to the sides of you, but also above. And you see plenty of creatures above as well. You see um, all these different colored, beautiful birds. You see some primates, small monkeys, at one point swinging through the trees as you continue. Uh, and then trying to find the clearest path forward, you going towards what you believe is a clearing in front of you. You do, in fact, emerge into a clearing. but at the end of it, although the jungle itself continues behind it, there is this rocky formation, kind of like a big mound, a big hill in the center of this. And as you look uh, at the front, you kind of go up and you move away just some of the vines that have grown over it, and you realize that this is man-made. Not the whole of this mound, right? But something is carved into it, and this flat face in front of you does seem to be carved.
Is there any writing on it? Or anything that
Make a
appears to
perception
be
check.
writing?
You can do a probably investigation at this point if you're gonna actually like go and like you guys start like pulling the vines down and off of this and moving things out of the way.
Oh.
Um,
Only a 9.
yeah, as you look, um, it's hard to kind of like move everything out of the way here. Um, but keeping an eye out, looking for writing, you don't really notice anything that appears to be writing in any particular language. However, you do see something that appears to be a door.
Can I
Metal.
detect magic on it?
Um,
Can I cast
say
detect
that again.
magic?
Yeah, you certainly can. So as you look at it, yeah, right kind of into this carved stone face, there is a metal kind of um, door, a large one right there in front of you, although you don't notice any handles on it. As you cast Detect Magic, Jade, it does not seem to be magical. You don't notice any magic in the immediate vicinity.
Cap, I think I found a way inside. Don't necessarily know how to open this thing.
Is it a door?
Looks like one.
There's nothing
Is it?
special or magical about it.
Does it look like a double door with like a seam down the middle? Does it look like there are
Yeah,
hinges?
no, there's so at looking at it, it's just a square, pretty humanoid door shape size, all that. And it's a metal, it's just kind of square. It's not perfectly polished or flat, right? It's kind of like ridged and bumpy. It's not, like a beaten out piece of steel or anything. It's actually like a more bronze looking kind of metal. Um, it's roughly done. You see no handles. You don't see any hinges on it as well, but obviously, there's this square of it that's there.
Do
Can
we
you no
just try
writing?
to push it open?
Oh yeah.
We could. We could try.
Bink, you first.
I'll walk up to it. Alright, fine, whatever.
Push with all of your strength.
I'll push it. Or
Yeah.
pull it.
Okay, so you're just gonna push like. How are you pushing on the door?
I don't know how big the door is. I assume it's a standard size-ish door.
Yeah, like a doorway would be in a house, right?
Okay. I will.
Pretty standard rectangular size door.
There's no like handle or anything. Can I tell from
No.
the hinges if there are any showing, like which way I should be pushing or pulling
No
it?
hinges.
Yeah, no
No
hinges showing.
Okay, so just
No.
so I'll push on. I'll just put all my body weight into it and really like get up my shoulder and start like pushing it.
Yeah, so as you do that and you push, at first there's a little bit of give, right? And it does feel like the door kind of goes in a little bit. But after that, no matter how much you push, it doesn't quite do anymore.
I just It won't go anymore.
Ah, yeah, we can see.
Can I have some help, please?
I will say, as he pushed and like kind of put his weight into it and put his shoulder in it, and he rubbed off some of the dirt kind of toward the center of the door, and there does appear to be a circle,
Oh,
just a circle kind of carved
Oh,
in
ro-
the center.
yeah.
see
I'll
it?
wipe
Check
it
if
down.
there is some more. Yeah,
I'll
you
wipe
find
it
them
down.
more shapes. Ah,
You can roll it. Yeah, someone can roll an investigation.
I will.
it is your thing.
I am good at it.
Sure.
Wow,
Yeah,
plus
13.
Terrible
7.
rolls
So
today, man.
yeah, you're kind of looking around and you're kind of like getting a bunch of the dirt on the door. The area around the door, you look pretty well. There doesn't seem to be anything else purposely like carved or made into this door besides just what appears to be a circle.
Can I push in the circle? Like I'll put my hand in and try and push it a little bit.
Yeah, and the circle is rather close to the center of the door. Um, so, and as you push at it, there's maybe a little slight kind of give towards the center of the door, but not much.
Someone else has to push it. I think it'll move. I just can't do it.
Move out of the way. I will push it. I do it.
So you push like right on the center, kind of right in the middle of the door.
Yes,
Yeah, and as
in
you
the
do,
circle.
yeah, sure. You put your hands in circle and you push as hard as you can. And again, there's like a little bit of you know, you can feel it kind of, but it doesn't go any further than that. That initial, no matter how much you kind of put your weight behind it.
Is it like we pushed it into a track and I can move it to the side, like a side? Like slide to the side or left, right?
Okay, so you try to slide it.
Yes, like it went back a little bit onto like some sort of track. So that's why I would go to the sides now.
Yeah.
Or do I feel like
Sure.
the
Yeah. So
give
you try to
is-
go.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah. So you try to kind of like curve it, curl it, twist it, do all these things. So you notice a couple things while
Bump
you're
it.
doing that. No, it does not appear to be at a track. The door itself doesn't seem to be like moving from its fixed kind of rectangular position in this wall. However, you do notice the sides and like the corners, top and bottom of the door seem to have a little more give than the center of the door does. Right? You can get like the left side, the right, you can get all these sides to go a little bit further than you can the center. Almost as if, you know, you're trying to push it and there's something right behind where that circle is,
I
but the
think it's
rest
locked.
of the door kind of has a little bit more free movement.
Yeah, I think it's something's in the way or it's locked.
Did you try knocking on it, Cap? I mean, it is a door.
Oh yeah, hello, anybody home?
It's not so much a hollow sound, which means this is a rather big, thick piece of metal, right? It is not some dainty thing to be easily knocked around, but there is also no answer.
Yeah, it was a good shot. Hmm. What else is around?
We could all try and push a quarter of the door. If
Yes,
that's
let's
what
try
moves.
together.
Like
Huh?
push not in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh,
We each take a quarter and we push.
works for me.
Okay.
Okay. So each one of you gets a corner of the door, right?
Hmm.
Who's getting what corner?
Oh my.
I'm taking the bottom right.
Bottom left.
I would take something on the top because I'm pretty tall. So top left.
Top right.
Okay, everyone give me a strength check.
This will be
Or athletics, you know, I'll leave it your choice.
Oh wow.
Woohoo!
Nat 20
Ah,
for 21.
figures.
Okay, so you guys
Bink,
both
you
get
cannot let us do
21.
all the work.
I'm trying.
Oh,
Ah, wow, and 22 for okay, yeah. So you guys all kind of push, And the door, it kind of, it doesn't just go in, right? It goes in at first, and then it kind of is doing this as each of you kind of get your strength on. And the right side kind of is pushed in more at the end, and the top a little bit more, and then Jade gives it a push, and the bottom goes a little bit. And after that, there's not too much of a change of what's happening on, but there's definitely something. And actually pushing on the corners, you realize the most give of the doors is in the corners themselves, right? So like you can get each corner kind of in a little bit further than you can like just pushing on a side or the top of the bottom or anything.
When one person is pushing, although all four of us are doing it, when one person is pushing, is it going like back and forth, or is it actually moving together? Do you know what I
No,
mean?
it was kind of going back and forth, almost like seesawing, depending on who was pushing harder.
Is there any
Oh,
like
well, we should...
clicks or anything?
No, I'll push on one side like it spins in the center.
So,
Good. Let us try.
It's like a revolving door.
So we all push
so what
in
are
one
you
corner.
gonna do?
We all push on the right.
Yes. We do
What
it.
corner are you guys gonna push in?
We're all pushing
right.
right.
We're gonna
Top
try
right,
both
bottom right.
sides. Just
You guys
because we
all
have
push in
time.
so you guys all kind of get over to the top right corner.
No. So it'd be 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top.
Yeah.
Okay. Strength checks again, or strength or athletics.
I guess that's a good thing. Oh my god.
Gotta make sure.
Let's go.
There we go.
Not so good.
Let's go.
Okay, so I'm going to assume that the same people are on the top that were on the top last time. It's two same two people are at the bottom. Okay. So at this point, the bottom is kind of overpowering the top. So same thing. It kind of goes in that initial little bit and then kind of conks over to the right, right? And you're pushing the top, the bottom a little bit, and it's kind of seesawing a little bit between the top or the bottom. But Jade and Sniffly over there, Bink, kind of push into the bottom, and they kind of like push you back a little bit as you're all just like muscling in on this door.
So do we feel like it's teetering? What we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So maybe we just push one corner. I was wrong.
Fine, one more. Why not?
Let's do it.
Everyone focus. Bottom right.
Well, I watch the three of you. I help with moral support.
No, you need to help us.
I am the captain.
Strong.
I am telling you to do it. I give you moral support.
Honestly, all four of us probably can't fit to push one corner. So
See, exactly. It's because you're tiny. That's why you
Okay,
can get
so-
over there with them.
Lazy.
All right. So what's the plan?
all of us are going to push the bottom right corner without Hondo.
I'm rooting
Okay.
them on.
Yeah. Okay. So you all push in, and again, the door does that little bit initial go in and kind of like teeters to the bottom right, and you go and you push, and it's not terribly difficult to get it to go in as far as it goes. But the three of you using your strength to push it even harder is not making a difference.
Well, fuck this door.
Yeah, I feel like this is. I feel like we are not picking up on something that's being put down.
I agree.
Start going around the outside of the mound, like looking for any other hints, clues, carvings, pictures, mosaics,
Key under the fake
words.
rock.
Yeah. Looking around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing. Nothing that you see. You rolled a pretty good investigation earlier.
It's a
and again, just
rectangle
looking
door,
around while
right?
they're doing this. Yeah. Yep.
There's nothing circular around that looks like it would fit into the circle in the center.
No, and actually, the circle is like raised out. It's not like indented in a circle. It's like there's a raised out.
Is it like
circle.
connected to the door, or is it?
And it's just a little bit, right?
Can you see they're
The
two
circle is
separate
in
pieces?
the middle of the door.
Yeah, but is it actually like a separate piece?
Oh, I see.
Or is it just fully flush with the door connected, as if they're one?
Yeah, good question. It does seem to be part of the door. Like whenever this door was banged out of whatever metal it was from, they kind of like banged the rest but left a part to look like a circle.
I'm gonna cast a spell. And that spell.
Okay.
I step back.
Let me do this to the door. Let me see if it'll work.
Oh God. Okay.
I just want to try it. I mean, maybe we can break the door.
I did say I trust you the other day.
Yes,
Shit.
you did.
And the door's made of rock, I assume, or wood. What's it made of?
What is it?
The door.
The
What's it
door
made
is
of?
made of metal.
Metal. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
uh. I'm gonna use Witch's Bolt on it.
Okay.
See what happens. I'm gonna blow this bitch up.
Stand back.
My
Yeah,
short little
and
arms.
you just there's this little crack of energy as the bolt hits the door. Is that an attack spell?
Yes.
So roll to attack.
I should have been paying attention to how to do this. Alright, I'll just roll the 20 and we'll see what it is.
Oh no.
Yeah. You rolled a strength check.
Yeah, that was wrong.
You can always just backslash roll and then type in d20, and then you can just add the appropriate modifier from there.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Roll for damage for me.
So it's roll. It's 2d12.
Witch bolt is 2d12?
That's what it says here. 1d12
Mhm.
plus 1d12 per spell level.
Per spell level.
Oh, so
it's
it's
just
only
one.
one. It's only
So
one.
just 1d12.
It's only one.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm cheating. 3. Great.
Okay.
My rolls are fucking
So this
horrible
blast
today.
shoots out and cracks against the door. The metal in the front actually does seem to dent in. And there's a notice because I mean the whole thing is kind of like many dented, not so flash, but there's definitely a indented bit where you shot the bolt at it.
We can't get in. We're wasting our time. If I can't get in, we definitely can't get in.
Can't you keep doing that?
What?
Keep doing it.
You want me to try again?
Yeah.
Oh, Captain. I'm really gonna get tired after this one.
No, you're not.
Roll to attack. You know, I'll give you advantage to
Actually,
attack.
with Witch's
against
bolt,
it.
he doesn't have to, right?
Correct.
I don't know.
If he hits it the first time, can he just use an action to keep using it?
That's why he won't get
Oh,
tired.
yeah,
He
yeah.
can just keep doing it. It's not
Just roll.
Oh yeah.
Slash
for 1 whole minute. Just keep boom, boom, boom.
D12.
Like a jackhammer. Break open that bitch.
6. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Slowly.
So, is it a minute?
Yeah, 1 minute.
Yeah, man, that's fine. Bink just cracking at this door with the lightning of Witch Bolt, this pure arcane energy, as he just and as after a while bits of metal start flying off as the right side where he was hitting of this door kind of starts to break away and kind of bends in. And after a minute, well, the whole door isn't destroyed. There's definitely enough of it broken off and caved in that you can kind of, you feel like all of you would be able to, one at a time, make your way in from the bottom right.
As I'm
See that?
casting,
There we go. I knew you could do it.
as the spell's going off,
I'm so powerful! Ah! Ah! And then it ends, and I'm like, ah! 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 Ah!
I have an asthma attack because there's too much. for me to deal with.
See, I tell you, I keep him around for a reason. Sometimes he is very useful. Besides the after effect where he is on the ground wheezing for like 30 seconds.
Are there
Come
any
on.
are there any palm fronds around?
What?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna pick up a palm frond and I'm gonna roll it up into a tube, and I'm gonna hand it to him and tell him to breathe through it, because that slows down your
Oh.
breathing and helps you control it.
Wait, what does?
Like,
Like,
I'm gonna roll up a palm frond into like a straw and give it to you to put in your mouth and have you breathe through that to slow your breathing.
How come no one has
Never showed me this.
you never ask for help. You just kind of wheeze in the corner.
I was pretty afraid you were gonna die for a second there, so I wanted to help you out.
Let's go. I'm keeping that with me, if that's okay.
Can I keep this?
Well, I don't want it now that it's been in your mouth.
Can you show me how to make one?
Sure.
We definitely shouldn't eat her if it comes to it.
Okay, well,
Very helpful.
okay, you first.
No, not me. There's no
Okay.
meat. I'm too tiny.
Oh, fine, sushi.
Not Wave. He's nice.
You, you suggesting you would eat me first?
No, Captain.
All
Never.
right, I didn't think so. All right, who's going in first? You know, I am not so good in seeing in the darkness, so someone else needs to go first.
I probably have the best dark vision, I would imagine. So
I'm gonna have to light a torch either way. So
Yeah.
I'll go in first since I have dark vision.
We are right behind you.
So Jade kind of goes in through this door, sneaks in from the bottom, and goes in. And you appear to be in a very small antechamber. It only goes for about 10 feet or so before this rather thin corridor starts to descend in a carved stone staircase. Descends to the length of your dark vision.
Okay. All right, guys, you can come on in. There's just a staircase
Oh, down or up?
down.
Okay.
Yeah, you all one at a time kind of make your way in and spread out through this rather tiny little chamber. And as you go, yeah, there is indeed a kind of single file staircase going down into the dark depths. And Wave, you lit a torch, right?
yeah,
Okay.
can't see anything without it. I'm no good without it.
So is my dark vision better in dim light? Like, do I have like a certain radius in the dim light and then a certain radius outside of that?
Hmm.
Yep.
So you can see perfectly. You can see everything in the dim, and you can
As
see
if it were.
as if it were
Yeah.
normal, and you can see extended out like 30 feet out as if it were dim.
Okay, cool. Are we gonna go down the stairs?
Yeah, I'm right behind you.
All right, I'll start
All right.
going down the stairs.
You guys start going one at a time, single file, keeping your eyes out. The the cold, fairly damp stone walls um, around you don't really give off anything, and neither does the stairway, as it just keeps continuously going down and down and down. It does not curve. It does not turn. It simply descends straight.
How far down would you
Until
say?
make a survival check.
Mm,
Yeah, it's several stories. So if you're thinking of a building, you're at least 4 or 5 stories underground
Wow. Okay.
as you go. Um, and then eventually the light kind of shows a landing. And the stairs go down and they open out um, into a chamber, right? Um, you notice a few things about this chamber. First, it is not just the roughly carved stone of the rest of this corridor and the antechamber upstairs was. This chamber is made more out of like that, the same type of bronze-ish looking metal that the front door that was destroyed is made out of. The whole chamber all the way around and the ceiling. The floor is still stone, but it is a much more well carved stone, almost made like a cobblestone underneath. Um, as you look around, you notice a few different things giving this room a good look over. First of all, straight ahead is another circular kind of portal covered with but in the center of this round domed chamber is a table, right? And it's a large round metal table with a thick layer of dust, and then kind of coming out of the center of it is like a second table like platform. It looks almost like a lazy Susan, right, coming out of the middle of this, but made out of the same material of this like bronze looking metal. It's not so damp in this chamber as it was in the stairway heading down. But it is cool and strange.
Does this table look altar-like?
Sure.
Oh yeah, hey, is this
Maybe
Midling's altar?
So again, as you look at it, it's pretty large, right? It's probably like a good 5 foot diameter round table, and the kind of like secondary table, the lazy Susan looking thing in the middle of it is probably like 4 feet, right? It's just kind of above it and just within. It doesn't look like an altar you've ever seen, right? You wouldn't know exactly where to worship at it, but certainly you can go all the way around it. Maybe if there was like an idol or something on top of it, it could be considered an altar, but it doesn't appear to be one that you've seen. But you haven't seen anything like this either, so.
Bink, sit on the top.
What?
Does it spin like an actual lazy Susan? We sit Bink on it and spin it.
Okay, so Bink kind of climbs up the table, and you're just like letting off this a whole bunch of dust that was sitting on this
like
table.
Crazy.
It is, and I mean, it was like an inch thick layer of dust, and it's getting kicked up all around you, and you are filthy as you climb up. And you notice a couple things as you're going. So you go and you sit right on the top of the lazy Susan thing as you do, and as your friends kind of start to move it, it does resist for a minute, but then you are able to spin it, though not very quickly. Like you're not spinning Bink like a top, right? This thing is too heavy.
I wanted to get them dizzy.
But yes, indeed, it does spin.
Oh no, it's the end of my character.
Yes, now we just need to sacrifice you on it. It's that type of sacrificial altar.
No, I once read a book, and they said something about slicing me up. Get me down.
No.
I'm getting sick.
Okay, get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. No.
Can someone remind me how long does it take to do things in ritual?
10 minutes.
I'm going to sit down and cast detect magic on this slab in ritual.
Should we wait?
Sure. Yeah, you kind of sit over to the side and start casting.
I'm going to do this while they're doing their tomfoolery of spinning around thing.
Yeah, sure.
Can I investigate this table for any kind of, again, writing, drawings,
Get the dust off.
carvings? Yeah, kind of move the dust and kind of look and see what's
absolutely.
on this table.
Roll roll an investigation check. I'm going to give you advantage on it because you have like several people here with you helping you clear it off. You have good light, like the light's reflecting off the metal of the walls and the ceiling.
17.
Yeah. Okay, so you start brushing away all of this, like the dust falling off in like clumps, right? As you're pushing it off, and you do a fairly good job of clearing it off, and it takes a while. And then I think you even take like an extra cloth that you have, start wiping away, because certainly there are things carved into the table that you notice that you kind of have to clean it off fairly well to be able to see. Both the table itself and the secondary slab above it certainly have things carved into them. The people that are looking at it right now, I'm going to assume Wave, Hondo, and Bink. Can you all let me know what languages you speak? Why don't you just type it into because I'm a visual person, not to throw off the audience, but only because I will forget if you just say it. But if you put it into Roll20, Michael's common, Goblin, Bink is no much in common. Josh is common and primordial. Okay, so question for Wave. Primordial, when it gives you it as an option, right? Because I know like there's the different like Aquan and Terran, and the different dialects.
Mm-hmm.
But your language is primordial, right? Which means that you can kind of speak and read all of them, but you're probably best with Aquan.
Correct, but yes, I can read and speak all four. But yeah, Aquan.
Yeah.
Better with, yes.
Sure. Okay, so you notice a couple things then. The first thing, because there seems to be kind of like writing around, and the first thing that catches you is the word
gnomish sacrifice.
The word for water is written in Aquan on the Lazy Susan part of the table. Okay.
Okay.
And you quickly then clearing off realize that there's also the word for air and earth and fire, each written in their own kind of dialect. Slightly different than the normal Terran, right? With like, you notice the accents there, and those are a little less familiar to you, but definitely you notice those four words: water, air, fire, and earth, right? And they're written like kind of along the side, so like it's facing out. So like to read it facing you, you would have to like walk around this table, or I didn't see those from a game. You know, well, think I can't see chat. So in Fifth Element, no, it's actually a little bit different, guys. You'll get it. You'll get it. Don't you worry. Don't worry. You'll get it.
We use the matches.
Not quite
I go with right here.
Last Airbender, not quite Fifth Element. But you guys are thinking. I love it. So those are all written on Lazy Susan. There's other words that seem to be written on the other part of the table, right? The main part. Those words, while they are not a language that any of you recognize, you do notice something different about them. So they're not written like around the circle. They are written almost like it looks like to be read from a certain direction, right? So like if you're sitting at one part of the table, you'd be facing all of those words, but you can't read them. You don't know what they say. You also notice, I'll give this to you too, that part of the table, while you're cleaning it, that has a little bit of give too, and that also spins. Right now, right now, that part of the table is kind of like askew. It's like kind of off center to like what the room looks like. But yeah, you do notice it also spins a bit.
So we have two spinning parts on the table. There's like the lazy Susan that's on top of it, and then there's like another like a track or a disc in the table that also spins.
Yep, and they spin independently. Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, try to witch bolt this one, Tony.
Okay. Don't test him. He
Right.
will.
And while you're cleaning this off and everything, Jade, you finish casting Detect Magic, and oh yes, there is definitely magical energy in this whole room, particularly that table in the center and the kind of gateway, the portal doorway off to the side.
What kind of magic?
It's not any of the classes of magic. It's not any of the schools.
Oh, it's old magic.
It's a different kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't come up as any of the schools of magic.
Okay,
that you
I'm gonna, like
recognize.
relay this information to them.
Okay, so I think, and well, we need to spin these around, but we can only read one of the languages.
Just for grins and giggles, I would take out a water skin and just pour a little bit of water over the words water that says in Aquan on the lazy Susan, just to see what happens.
Yeah, it does help to clean it off, but does not otherwise seem to have an effect.
Okay.
Fifth element, cross it off.
Gotta try. Gotta try.
It's too bad we can't read this other language.
Do I get the feeling that like these things could line up? These languages could line up, like the lazy Susan that spins and the other disc that spins. At some point in time, they could like match as they're spinning.
So no, Jade, you can also type in to let me know what languages you speak now that you're kind of around to look at it. And I would say not quite for a couple reasons. So if I'm just we're for the language you can't speak, and then I'm going to do an awful job of showing this to the camera. Unless, of course, Jade can speak.
I'm sorry, I speak Common and Tabaxi. That's it.
Okay, so yeah, no, nobody, no. Um, and then, so the way it is. Sorry. This is a lot easier to do in person too, but I guess here we go. So the way it is, right? So the outer table, so it kind of says word, like you'd have to be standing at one point in the table to be facing the word, but the air, earth, water, all that faces out. So like to read this word, I'd stand here. To read this word, I'd stand here. To read this word, I'd stand here. So there's no way to like match them so that it looks nice. They still are obviously just written in a different way.
How many words are there that we can't read on the outer one?
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 words. Okay.
7 words, 4 elements.
So, oh, that would leave a big space, though. Can we try and move the bottom? Like, is the bottom movable? Or, like, the outer rim, is that movable?
So no, not the base. Like so, it has like a big column underneath it of that metal too that just holds it up. So the only things that are movable are the top of that table and then like what I keep calling the lazy Susan thing above it, which is like another just part of the table.
Yeah, that's where the words are, right?
Yep.
You read. Well,
All right, so
Wave can read.
can we try to move it? I would like to try and see if we can, even though we can't read it, eventually, if we do a full 360, something might happen as we move slowly through it.
Yeah, why don't you? Just a perception, I guess. On that. Um. Come on, man. Bink.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Which
Perception?
Yeah. Well, you asked. So yeah, roll up as you kind of like
What the?
slowly are moving it around.
Ugh. This is very frustrating.
Yeah. Good. That's it. So as you do, you spin it. You don't notice anything different, no matter how you kind of like put it. You can't notice. You can't tell anything different happening as you move that part of the table.
Did any of us notice something that happened?
It's not working. It's
You're
broken.
doing it wrong.
It's been down here for too long.
You're spinning it wrong.
No, I'm not. There's
Yes,
only
you are. You
one
must
way
be
to
doing it wrong.
spin it.
Nothing's happening. But you must be just doing it wrong because nothing's happening.
Captain, I'm doing it right.
No, you're not.
Slap it.
I'm just gonna be like, I'm doing it right.
Spin the other one.
Jade, quick question: who's your god?
Uh,
You're a paladin, right? But a paladin of whom?
I don't know yet.
Oh no.
All right, that shit ain't gonna help you then.
Yeah, I haven't done research yet.
I'll
2
spin
weeks
the,
in. Come on, Nap.
Can I spin the middle part then? So I tried the outside.
Okay.
I'll try and spin the middle part.
I would say you notice that the middle part does seem to spin a little more freely, but no particular spot that you put it, you can't tell. The middle part does spin a little more easily, a little more freely.
Okay, you spin the middle one. I'll spin the outside one, and we'll see if they click together somehow and like give a resistance at
Sure.
one point. So we'll go
Sure.
slow.
Let's try it.
Like I
Okay,
play.
you can. So doing this, you can both roll. You can both roll another perception. As Bink is rolling, moving the small one on top. I don't know, he must be standing on it to do it or something.
Single digits, single digits.
I think I want to put.
Are any of you studied in? Are any of you trained in religion?
No.
Not I, said the pig.
No.
That is my favorite. Please notice, everyone, those people that like play with me regularly. That is one of my favorite questions to ask, and have people say no. I love it. I love it. I love it.
The
Yeah,
words.
Mike, I'm looking at you, not this Mike.
The cleric with no
This doesn't
religious
work.
training.
This is ridiculous.
But we have a paladin with no religious training.
Yes,
I'm
you
just-
do.
Sorry.
Nope. It's a waste of time. Don't worry about it.
What are you talking about? It's
a
good to have faith.
waste.
I have
So,
faith that I will always come out on top with when I steal things and I will make a profit.
I
Faith is
guess.
good.
It's a waste of time for me.
Okay, we need to figure this out because if this is the middling altar, or maybe it's in this door or something, we find what the big ass dude wanted, and maybe there's some gold too.
Well, if this is the middling altar, the only thing he told us to do was to go tell him that we found it. He didn't say we had to open it.
But if there's treasure,
We could steal it.
yeah.
All right, Cap, well, you learn how to read that language and you figure out what it says and let me know what to do.
Deal. Wait. We were going to figure this out. Okay. We need to put our heads together.
I'm gonna put my head
Close.
as a joke.
You're too close. What are you doing? I cannot think like this.
And they're flush together. Well, almost flush, or is it? It's raised up, right? The middle part.
It's raised up. Yeah,
Yeah.
the top one, the smaller one, is raised up
Can I try
above it.
pushing down on it?
Yeah. You kind of like get up on the table and are like
And I'll
pushing
jump
down.
on it.
It doesn't seem to have.
I'm gonna jump on it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to have any give or take vertically, only rotationally. But as you get up there and you're, I think, jumping, kind of like, you do look up.
Oh.
Always look up.
Yeah, show you. And as you do notice the you do notice on the ceiling there's like symbols, right? Carved in or made into the metal. And like if you're looking at the way the door is, not the door you came in, but the closed door, the portal, it's like fire in the front and to the right of you. Something that looks like a symbol for earth, front to the left, air and water. Like if you're going, I guess, counterclockwise that way. Fire, earth, air, water.
So I'm gonna match the middle part to that, to where they are
Okay.
in the ceiling.
Yeah, easy enough. You kind of look and you're like, all right. Yeah, so like at this point, fire and earth are closest to the door that is closed, and like air and water are closest to the one you came through.
And now I'll start moving the outside slowly to see if it now does anything.
Yeah, so as that's there, you start slowly rotating the outside one. Very careful, trying to wait for any sort of, minute change as you go. And eventually you get it to the point quickly that this part in the center just falls in, as if finally like you found a slot and it just falls through and it is just flush.
Did you break it?
I don't know. Do we see anything happen?
Anything happen with the portal? Yeah.
Yeah. You guys wait and you kind of look around and you look towards the door to see if it's going to open. There is a torrent of this thick, powerful pillar of this light that shoots up from the center of the table into the circle in the center. You're all thrown back against the metal walls and fall onto the ground as this heat wave coming off of this just starts to almost like burn your skin so that you turn away. It is blindingly bright. And you kind of cower against the wall, but you notice the metal of the wall and the floor is starting to get hot too hot, and you get worried you're going to burn alive, and you're trying to look for a way out, but it's too blindingly light, and then the light is gone, and you blink, and you try to get your eyes to match the darkness, and actually the torch that you have was blown out from this, although it's still there next to you. And as you look away and you're waiting for, after that blindingly bright light, for you, those of you with dark vision, to adjust to the darkness. And after a while, you start to adjust a bit and wave you find your flint and you light the torch and you all kind of look around and you notice a couple things. The portal, that rounded kind of doorway that was once closed, is open. There's nothing covering it anymore. There is no door. It is just open. And the entrance to this room, the doorway you came in, is gone. And we will pick it up there next week.
Ooh,
No.
shitty.
son of a bitch.
Oh,
Yes, I'm so excited if we're traveling to different elemental planes. That fits in with my story perfectly.
here we
Now,
go.
what's
in
better?
The dungeon.
Let me ask, what's better than a door puzzle? 2-door puzzle.
2-door puzzles.
You know,
What
that-
was the first one that we
that's
brute
what you
forced?
get. I'm not telling you because it actually figuring it out and remembering it actually would have helped you later on.
Yeah, damn it.
Just like figuring this one out, and which you did, and kind of remembering it also might help you out later on. Doesn't mean it
Technically,
will, but
It's
it could
Stargate,
potentially.
folks. It's Stargate.
Technically, we figured out the first one. We just did a roundabout way to figure it out.
That's right. Brute force. Brute
Yeah.
force is always
Well-
the answer.
Did you pick the lock? No, I kicked the door down. It opened either way.
Well, have you ever
Right.
seen people do puzzle videos on Facebook or something?
Oh
All
my
you do is
god,
spin it.
obsessively.
You spin the puzzle and it unlocks everything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I did.
That's not a spin. That's a.
No,
That's my version of spin.
Ugh.
That's beat it down. This is how we fix it on Russian space station.
That was fun. Thank you.
Oh,
Good times.
All right.
except we didn't get the
I'm having
mayonnaise.
fun with this one, guys. Thank God.
Oh,
If you are watching, please, please, please give our page a follow. We really
Yes.
appreciate it.
Who's
It really helps
over-
out the channel.
wait.
And also,
That way.
you know, when you have a campaign happening
Up
twice a
up
week,
there.
somewhere, it's on the thing. When you have a campaign happening twice a week, it might be difficult, you know, to remember to tune in. You can get those notifications, and it'll just tell you, "Hey, click on this link and watch some out of the light."
Tell your friends.
Also, if you miss it, you do a little boo boo and you miss it, you can go back and watch it later on. It's great. That's what technology does for us.
we'll be putting it up on the website too,
Um,
as well as YouTube.
Huzzah.
Yeah, yeah. So I do really like T. Nice buddy. I like the like follower thing
We just got another one. I watched it
that
happen.
you put.
Oh
On the
shit! Look
screen.
at
Really
that,
cool.
dude.
Thank
I
you,
didn't
Corey
know-
Lopes.
I did.
Oh.
I didn't know it would actually update.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I am into that. That is really, really cool. So hopefully, you know, we have some new hardware sitting there. We're gonna put it in.
Shut
We're gonna
up.
have this stream
Yep.
minus the lagginess for Monday for week 3.
Yes.
And yeah, we're gonna keep going. Check out. I mean, if that art though, guys.
Oh, it's so good.
For
from
real.
Michael.
It
For
is so
real.
good, man. The pictures,
Whoa.
actually, all of them,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna be
god.
putting up
He,
on the
and he
website.
banged this out quick. Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of just gorgeous, gorgeous art. Man, all I have to do is come up with puzzles to piss people off. He actually does that cool shit.
Yeah.
So check that out on our website. Other than that, man, yeah, thanks for watching. And we'll see you back twice next week. Thursday with this group. The other group is on Mondays.
Yep.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Great.
guys.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.